passion and the man of action, the Honorable Secretary of the Department of Tourism, Ramon R. Jimenez Jr.
Your introductions tend to get longer and more embellished the older you get, not the better you get. But anyway, my good friend and idol, Governor Edgar Chato, His Excellency Neil Reeder and Mrs. Reeder of the Canadian Embassy, my friend Reed Eishelman, Deputy Mission Director, USAID, of course, the distinguished Congressman Rene Villalobos of the 1st District, and Congressman Arthur Young of the 2nd District. Honorable Mayors, my beloved Director Wayne Montesilio of the DOT in your region, distinguished guests, partners in development, members of the private sector, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Behold Bohol is the title of this entire event. As most everyone would observe, I spend a good amount of my time thinking of new and more effective ways to persuade people to come and visit the Philippines. It has become, I must confess, an increasingly difficult challenge, not because we lack the comforts of strong and reliable infrastructure, although I would be very happy with the coming improvements. I see my friend Ed Inchcliffe smiling over there. Better infrastructure would be most welcome, of course, but not because the Philippines lacks unique places to visit. We, in all likelihood, probably have more natural and cultural wonders than most destinations on Earth. And not because traveling is any less popular these days. The latest statistics show that well over 1 billion, I repeat, 1 billion people traveled in 2014. And we expect this figure to double by the year 2050. The reason it is more difficult to convince people to join the fun in the Philippines is that every country in the world wants a piece of the global travel business too. It is, as Governor and the Congressman pointed out, it is all about what the USAID, for example, is trying to help us with. Competition. The airwaves, the press, the internet, all forms of media are now heavily laden with tourism messages from all countries, with all themes and schemes. Even the cities of Los Angeles and New York are advertising now. Travel and tourism is becoming the most competitive industry in the world. We will, therefore, need every advantage we can pull to cut through the clutter and emerge as still one of the fastest growing tourism industries in this part of the world. And to stay ahead, contrary to conventional wisdom, it is not practical nor realistic to keep spending more and more for bigger and bigger facilities, bigger and bigger airports, bigger and bigger seaports. For while all these will be helpful for sure, gaining real and sustainable advantage cannot, I repeat, cannot and should not come from qualities that are easily exceeded by competition. Every sensible marketer knows this. That is why the Philippine tourism proposition is anchored on the one thing, the one and only thing that no other country Filipino. This advantage is not made real and compelling. It's made real and compelling because the Filipinos believe it, and they believe it is an accurate depiction of who they are and what they can truly deliver, not tomorrow, not by 2016, but what they are capable of delivering today. Nowhere is this advantage of the Filipino put to better use than the incredible province of my friend Edgar Chato called Bohol. To be sure, Bohol has a prodigious list of natural and cultural offerings, but its growth as a champion of tourism success and inclusiveness comes from the very palpable self-confidence of the Boholanos. They walk the talk, and as far as I can tell, if they can dance the talk, they will do so at every opportunity. Still, they are waiting for their brand new airport. We do not deny that. They are not the only ones with beautiful beaches, however. Bohol is not the only one with beautiful beaches. Bohol's churches have been ravaged and damaged by natural causes. And yet tourism is still a growth industry. How do you explain it? The only explanation for this would be, first, a leadership that embraces tourism as a viable solution to poverty and stagnation, and the people who are determined to be the best at what we are already good at. President Benigno Aquino, in his time, believes this with all his heart. The most successful tourism areas in the Philippines will always be where the most confident Filipinos live. Surely, it is this confidence, this enthusiasm that has encouraged constant friends, such as the USAID, to support programs to enhance our competitive power, and the UNWTO and the PACA to do the same. It is true, Bohol is impressive, and the call to everyone to behold Bohol is a very timely invitation that will inspire awe and admiration to see. I would only add that now is as good a time as any for Boholanos to allow themselves to shed, if only for today, their characteristic humility and congratulate each other for being at the forefront of quality-focused, self-driven, modern Philippine tourism. To you, I say today, Bohol, behold thyself. Mabuhay kayong lahat, mabuhay ang Bohol.